Hey guys!
I mean, really again? You're so annoying.
We replaced the theme song with
No.
Farrah Abraham's hit single "Blowin'." Blowin'.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Lindsay Blowin'.
That can't be the first time you've ever said that.
That is the first time. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Before we get into all those topics, because Farrah Abraham time today is going to be amazing. And we'll talk about Lindsay's dead baby. But first, so last time we had the podcast, afterward I told you that it was Lisa's birthday, so I wanted to get her something. And
yeah, what did you end up getting her?
well, I went to Tiffany's. I had never been there before.
I offered to go. You said no.
Well, I didn't want it to. First of all, I didn't want it to look like I was shopping for you. Second of all, I didn't want you like high-fiving all the girls and they're like, "Good job, girl. You got a young one." Very uncomfortable.
Not that much.
Secondly, it was an interesting experience. Everybody that works at Tiffany's looks like they shop at Target. So it was one of those things where I'm like,
I don't know if you're insulting Target or Tiffany's there, but moving on.
I was like, oh, I'm looking for something for her birthday. And they're like, oh, what's your favorite, I don't know, thing? And I'm like, I don't know, gold. And they were like, oh, what about this? And they showed me this thing that was like $5,000.
I told you it was going to be expensive there.
And I was like, $5,000? And she looked at me and was like, I know, right? And I was just like, if me and the salesperson are on the same page that this place is too expensive, then this place is too expensive. So anyways, I ended up
Of course
getting...
you find like the one ghetto person at Tiffany's, by the way.
No, all of them were. And I'm not saying ghetto. I mean, they were all just, like normal people like me. Like, down to earth and real. Down to EARF.
Okay.
And real.
Oh, right.
Anyways, so she's like, oh, what about her birthstone? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. She's like, when's her birthday? So I told her, and she's like, let me look it up. And she looked it up. She goes, oh, her birthstone is a diamond. I'm
Does
like,
it
oh,
really?
Great. That works out perfectly.
Mine's like a blue topaz. I don't even know what that is.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
I think mine is, actually, I don't know. July 19th. What would that be?
I don't know.
I don't know, some kind of hemorrhoid.
I don't know.
Anyways, I got her some. I got her a little something.
What?
I got her two things. I got her a bracelet, a gold thing it was like a chain, a dainty chain with a diamond on it.
Really?
And then I got her a necklace. Okay, so last birthday, I got her this Michael Kors little heart necklace because she likes Michael Kors for some reason. And it was fine. It was like a couple $100. I don't know. But she lost it. She was devastated. Oh, no. So I was like, I'm going to upgrade.
Ooh.
So I got her a Tiffany's golden heart necklace. That was
wow.
way too much fucking money for what it was. And the best is when I gave it to her.
It's already melted on her neck.
It's completely melted. And when I gave it to her, first she opened up. I wanted her to open up the necklace first, but she opened up the bracelet first. But the box they put the bracelet in made it look like a necklace. So when she opened it, she started crying. She's like, oh, you remembered. And I'm like, remembered? I don't remember. And then she's like, I always said I wanted a dainty chain necklace with one diamond. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a bracelet. yeah, girl, that's a bracelet though. And
Girl,
she was just like,
I remembered half of it.
She's like, oh, I love it. And then I'm like, no, but you were more excited about that necklace though. So like, should I take it back? She's like, no, oh my God, it's so amazing. Let me put it on. And I was just like, no, now it's like, okay, that would be like if I saw a birthday cake and I was like, oh my God, you got me a fucking birthday cake. All I want is birthday cake. And she's like, oh no, actually it's an ice cream cake. There's a difference.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. She's fine. She loves it. She doesn't stop talking about it. She wears it all the time.
She loves it.
But I don't know. That was my first experience at Tiffany's. They gave me. Well, first of all, they give you the Tiffany's bag, which is big and fucking gaudy as fuck, and they put tissue in it. They put all the shit in.
Blue bag.
And the second I walk out of the store, like everybody at the Grove or wherever I was eyeball fucking me, like I'm about to fucking jump that motherfucker. And I'm like, I can't walk around with this. So then I went to Barnes & Noble's and I was like, can I just get a bag? And they're like, no. And I was like, please just give me a bag.
Like, you should have just gone to your car. You went to Barnes & Noble's.
It was a far walk to my car.
That's how you were that uncomfortable that you had to go to Barnes & Noble. That is so weird.
So I went to Barnes & Noble's and I got a bag. I bought a little chocolate truffle, just for me.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You went in for the truffle.
No, but the worst part was, so as I'm walking out of Tiffany's, a fucking security guard like stops me and goes, excuse me. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, are you Shane? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, I love your videos, man, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, thank you so much, whatever. And he's like, you all famous now. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Which I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's like, oh, you got a Tiffany's bag and everything. And I was like, this is why I'm going to Barnes & Noble's now. People are judging me.
You made it. They finally are judging you in a good way, though.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Before we get to all the pop culture stuff, which I can't wait to delve into.
Should we talk more about us?
I want to talk about something that's really been pissing me off lately.
Oh, no.
And it's about to get real, guys. It's about to get REEL, real.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to name names.
Uh-huh.
I've had a few people unfollow me this week on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And here's my thing.
Listen, I just can't handle you anymore. That's what it is.
You, my mom, and Lisa. Here's my thing. I don't understand. First of all, if I hate somebody, which I hate everybody, I don't unfollow them on Twitter because I'm like, you know what? I never know when I might need them again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a YouTuber that I can't fucking stand and there's plenty, I'm not going to unfollow them because what if in 2 years I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to do a video with them because they're funny, whatever. Okay. I'm not going to unfollow. I don't want to burn a bridge. Even when a YouTuber or a friend or anybody unfollows me, I still keep following them so that they can never come to me and be like, I unfollowed you because you unfollowed me. It's like, no, motherfucker, I have proof. I'm still following your bitch ass. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. So then,
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for you to be done.
Here's my question. My question is, why do some people unfollow you on Twitter and then refollow you a week later and then unfollow you again? Are they playing fucking mind games?
Because they have way too much time on their hands.
Listen, there's a big YouTuber, big guys. Well, he's small, but he's big. He has followed and unfollowed me like 189 times. And I don't fucking know why. I'm like, what am I, do I tweet like a picture of me and my dog? And you're like, that's cute, follow. And then I tweet a picture of me and like, you know, my ugly hair. And you're like, ooh, that's not cute, unfollow. What is the process?
But the process is this person sits there and thinks about this shit so much that that's my thing with unfollowing and following. It actually requires work and thought. It's not like it's not something you could do by accident. It's not something
you have to go to their page.
You have to think like, I hate Shane Dawson. I'm gonna go to his page. I'm gonna look at everything he's written. Yeah. I'm gonna decide I hate it even more, and I'm then gonna unfollow him. Like, it's not like you could just like click something.
That is what I think.
And to me, it's just like, are people on, well, I mean, the answer to this question is yes. But people are online that much that they like taking the time to do that. It's like, go outside and read a damn book.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean,
go to Yogurtland and get a damn yogurt. But here's part 2 of this, and I feel like you guys can relate to this. When people, I'm sorry, I'm gassy. When people, the other day I burped, and me and Lisa were like, you know, I don't know, just like hanging out.
Yeah, sure.
And we were, you know, like wearing onesies. It was very uncomfortable. And we had a camera on. It was a long story. And I burped and threw up all over the floor. And
Shut up.
And it was painful. It burned. It was horrible. I ran to the bathroom. I was crying. You know, it burned. It was horrible. And Lisa's laughing hysterically. And then she's reenacting. And she's like, you did this. Reenacting.
It's so gross.
Whatever. Take your Tiffany's bracelet.
You're just
shove it. Okay. Part 2 of this was, I don't even know. Why did I? Oh, because I burped. Okay. Part 2 of this is when they unfollow you on Twitter, but they're still your friend on Facebook. And they still like your fucking posts. I have 3 different people that are friends with me on Facebook who like shit that I talk about or who comment on my posts as if we're fucking besties, but they unfollow me on Twitter. And I'm like, I understand like spring cleaning on Twitter and being like, I'm going to get rid of the negativity in my life. Like, I totally get that. But when you're still following me on Facebook, I'm just as fucking negative on Facebook. So why are you still my friend?
Wait, what are you gonna get rid of?
The negativity in my life. So I've lost so many friends in the past because they're like, I need to get rid of the negativity in my life, and they get rid of me because they think I'm negative. And then I see their posts and they're more negative than I am.
Wait, I have a question. I don't know if people know this, but is this when they are still on your Facebook? Are these on your Shane quote unquote Dawson Facebook or your personal Facebook?
This is my personal Facebook. So it's like, and all I post on my personal Facebook is like personal shit.
Right.
So it's like, if they really hated me enough to unfollow me, then why would they stay my friend on my personal Facebook where shit gets even more personal? I don't use it that much. It just bothers me because like there's this one girl, I'm not gonna name her name, but there's this one girl on YouTube, on Twitter, and we used to follow each other like for realsies, like all the time, like tweeting each other like besties. And then she fucking unfollows me, and I'm like, whatever. And then she like passive aggressively tweets and says like, sometimes you need to unfollow the people in your life that you don't want around you. And I'm like, okay, bitch, I know you're talking about me. Fuck you. Anyway, eat your KFC. And then she goes to Facebook and she's still my friend. And that same night, she likes one of my posts.
So does she eat KFC, or you're just assuming that's what she's doing?
That bitch be working and eating that KFC. Oh. Anyways, do you guys agree with me?
Yes. No. Yes.
Listen, first of all, you need to be quiet because I'm trying to get rid of the negativity in my life.
Wait, one more time. Wait, I'm sorry. So, like, what do you want to like keep in your life, and what are you going to get rid of in your life?
I definitely want to keep the people around me that lift me up, and I'm definitely trying to get rid of the negativity in my life.
Moving on. A couple more things before we get to the pop culture. This is gonna be an extended first half because I have a lot.
Girl
to
has a
talk about.
lot to say. I'm just letting you say.
I have so much to say. Just sit. We're in the car right now. We're taking a road trip. You all are in the back seat. I'm talking. I'm driving. Let me drive. My city, Lakewood, where I grew up, where I was born, was recently named by many news publications. Is that a word? Publications.
Yep.
As the most boring city in the country. Number 1. Numero uno.
Slow clap.
So they, were named the most boring, and all their reasons
So
were
that means
very
all the
genuine.
kids are on meth because they have nothing else to do there?
No, oddly enough, all there is to do there is to go to Denny's and then go to Walmart afterward, and which is what I did every fucking weekend when I was a kid. And the weird thing is, they said that in the article. They said, "Why is Lakewood so boring?" Well, all there is to do is go to Denny's and Walmart. And I was like, "Oh my god, I did not write this, but it looks like I did." What city did you grow up in?
I mean, really?
What? Listen, I
Take
know.
one guess.
Listen, I know. I'm
Take-
just saying it so
yeah,
that you
no.
can say it.
Right. No, you want to take, like, can you give me a state?
Butt fuck Jacksonville, Florida.
There you go. Oh,
But listen,
I
first
love
of all,
when you know things.
First of all, oh, by the way, Lisa yesterday during a video was like, she was reading questions and it was like, "What's Lisa's middle name?" And she looked at me and I was like, "Marie." And she goes, "What? Wait, are you?" And then she turns around away from the camera and goes, "You're kidding, right?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." Yeah, no, let's keep the joke going. I'll just keep saying names and you keep saying no. And then at the end you say it. I didn't know her name. I still don't know.
Lisa Marie? It's not Lisa Marie Presley. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no.
Back to me. Yes,
anyway,
I am from Jacksonville, Florida.
that sounds
Proud.
terrible.
It's here's the thing. It's like really redneck. It's very, very southern, but the beaches are amazing. It's a great place to grow up, but I got out as soon as I could. I got out.
Why did you get out?
Why did I get out? Like, I went to boarding school.
Oh,
What were
I
you
thought
gonna
maybe
say?
you were trying to get rid of the negativity in your life.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
That was your moment.
That was my moment.
What did you do, like, on the
But
weekends?
we'll edit that. Ask me again.
What did you do on the weekends with your
We
friends?
went to the, like, I had, like, my birthday at Bennigan's, like, every year.
Wait, what's Bennigan's?
Oh, it's like Houlihan's. It's
Oof.
like, yeah, that was, like, every year Bennigan's. We went to the movies. And we didn't do anything. There was nothing to do. I used to like stare. I lived like on the water, and I would just stare at the water and be like, "Someday I'm gonna have a car. And someday I'm gonna go places."
I know people that still do that. People in my
Yeah.
life that still stare at the water.
I'm
and say,
trying to
"I
think what we
wish I
did.
had
I mean, I like would go to dance classes and do all that stuff, but it was like very, very suburban. There was like nothing. It's a very Baptist city, so they like. I remember when NYPD Blue came out, they didn't show it they wouldn't put it on cable for like the first year because it showed butts and like it was this huge thing.
And those huge butts.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's like, I don't know.
I went there once, I think, on an accident. I went to some kind of a YouTube. It was a disaster. It was
sure
a
it wasn't in
YouTube like
Jacksonville.
meetup thing. No, it was because it
Really?
was. Where is that? That's like
Northeast.
an hour or something.
2
away.
hours north of Orlando.
Yes, so it was there.
Oh my God, you never
And-
told me.
Yeah, it was like Gator Country or something. It was like there was
Yeah.
telling me like beware of alligators, and I was like okay, and then I was like oh, there's alligators everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, my parents live where they live now. There was they're on like a man-made lake, but there's an alligator, and my dad named him Felix. And they have a gate, so we like can't get through. But there's fully an alligator there.
I like how you told us the alligator's name.
Felix.
Great name. That's nice. No, but I went there there was this thing called back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was this thing. I forgot what it was even called, but it was like a YouTube talk show type of thing. And they were like, we want to do a thing in Florida with YouTubers. So I went. Of course, I was like the only person that went, and like nobody showed up.
You
It
were
was, like,
sweating
100
the second
people.
you got off the plane.
Sweated. Ended up in the hospital. I was like so dehydrated, so done. Hated Florida. All the kids were nice, but there was like one kid that like tried to stab me. It was really weird. There was no security. Anyways,
So that's where I'm from.
so that's your story.
So
First time I ever had Chipotle, it was disgusting. Chipotle is just speaking.
I hate Chipotle.
Getting rid of the negativity in my body.
I hope they don't ever want to advertise this because I am not a fan, and I love Mexican food. I just feel like it's all it is rice and beans. It's like the worst part of Mexican food.
It's not even good rice and good beans. It's like pinto beans that taste like ass and like Chinese people rice. Like I want like that fried Mexican rice with the.
Chinese people rice.
You know what I'm saying. It's sticky. I want that rice that has like peas in it and like corn in it. It's like fried and shit. And then and that's not really Mexican either, but whatever.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
I
know.
want. And then
It's like Uncle Ben's.
And then I want I want the beans to be refried. I want the beans to have oil in them. Oh my god.
Okay, we done now?
Yeah.
Great.
Last thing before we get to pop culture.
Great.
Man, we have time. Just lay back, guys. We're just chilling anyways. So you know what I did this weekend?
No.
Me and Lisa pretended to be married and went to open houses.
Oh, you did? I went to one.
You did?
I did. Probably not near you.
No, we went to some open houses and it was really funny. And Lisa was like, it was one of those moments where she's like, wouldn't this be funny if we pretend to be married? And I was like, yeah, that'd be hilarious. So she put
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
Rah, rah, rah.
she put a ring on the other finger, and then I was like, you know what else would be hilarious? She's like, what? I was like, if I acted like your super gay husband who you had no idea was gay. It was super obvious. So I was like, at the first house, I'm like, how about I walk in and say, how are you doing? Oh, this place is amazing.
So you were Wendy Williams?
How are you doing? Basically, no. But the first house we went to, both houses were terrifying. And you know what it is?
Was it like $1 million anyway?
Oh, well, like $2 million.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, there's no house under $2 million in fucking LA unless you want to live in a crack den.
I know.
Which is why I'm not buying a house right now. But anyways, you know, I did see a YouTuber though. I follow lots of YouTubers on Insta. That's the new way to saying Instagram. Oh, I'm gonna call it Gram. Anyways, I was on Gram and I saw this YouTuber. I forgot his name. I follow him, but he's like building a mansion. He's a YouTuber building a mansion.
Where?
Where's my mansion?
Where?
That's the thing. It's probably like in buttfuck Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
know what I
probably
mean.
like $5.
Do you know how? You know, I could live like a freaking queen there. I mean, I do now, but let's be honest. But no, I mean, like for
Queen
real.
of the Gators.
Queen. I mean, it's insane. It's like nothing. Ugh.
You could have a moat, and you could have gators
a
in
moat
it.
and with the gators.
Felix.
I mean, it's beyond.
All right, pop culture.
Okay.
We need a song for pop culture.
Well, can't we bring back our daily Uggs?
Culture.
No, I didn't like that at all. That sounded super gay.
Wait, what about?
Culture.
Wait, what about?
No.
Oh, culture.
Nothing that.
Wait, one more.
Why does the pop?
One more.
Involved?
One more. Ready? Culture. No, that was sexy.
No.
Okay. First things first. We have to get to this. We have to get to this.
I have things too.
Lindsay Lohan's baby's dead.
Okay, well, that was definitely on my list.
Lindsay Lohan has a dead baby.
So here's the story.
Okay.
So she is a flake. She tries to make this reality docuseries for Oprah. She like never shows up to anything. Ever. She's late. She's wasted. She's a nightmare to everybody. And it turns out... Oh, and then did you see Then there was the big dramatic moment where she was filming herself. They were like, part of the documentary, she gave Lindsay her own camera. Oh, God. And she sat there and she's smoking a cig. Forced a tear. I mean, it was so obvious. I can't even handle it. It turns out that she supposedly had a miscarriage.
Oh, please.
And that is the reason she's been acting the way.
Oh, come on.
She has been.
Literally what happened was
maybe she shouldn't drink and smoke cigarettes when she might be pregnant.
Here's the thing. Like, and by the way, who's the baby? It was daddy. Like, she was hanging out with a bunch of like gay dudes the whole time.
Well.
Ooh, maybe her assistant, Matt, kind of a crush on him.
I know. He's kind of great. I feel bad for him.
I know. I love that he always wears a suit.
How is he not getting fired after this documentary? Or maybe he did.
No, he quit.
Oh, he did?
But he quit because she couldn't afford him.
Oh. I didn't see the last couple episodes. Yeah.
Fired? He's a great assistant.
I know. I'm saying, because he kind of talks shit about her. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody talks shit about her. She knows she's a mess. Here's the thing. She watched the documentary. She's like, wow, I look like a stupid fucking raging idiot bitch. Oh, I need to think of a reason. Most people would be like,
I was sick that day.
She takes it to the extreme. She's like, and anyways, P.S. guys, I had a baby die, so suck on that. Like, what we're all supposed to be like, oh, we forgive you for missing every fucking thing. By the way, having a dead baby, terrible. By the way, terrible. I think my mom had a miscarriage. Terrible. Like, having a dead baby does not mean like that you can't roll out of bed at 3 p.m. to go to a photo shoot. Like,
it's
you're
also
fine.
Then you tell people that you've had a medical situation, and then you just like cancel things as opposed to just not showing up to shit. I can't. These people just live in their own world where they feel like they just don't, nothing applies to them. And it's like, people die, shit happens, babies are miscarried. You still have to like live in the world.
You know how many miscarriages I've had on this podcast?
I mean,
I still show up every day. You know how many times you've tried to get pregnant and it hasn't happened and you still show up every day?
He just takes me to Tiffany to make me feel better afterwards.
I don't know. I'm over her. I'm mad. My mom at Easter lunch turned into a Lindsay Lohan discussion. My mom was like, Lindsay, went on Andy Cohen. It was like two worlds colliding, and
What two worlds?
the best two worlds my mom's ever experienced.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, and she talked about her list and said that her list was something that she wrote in AA. By the way, guys, the list of guys she's
the
had sex
sex
with.
list.
She's like, she wrote a list of guys she had sex with in AA, and some asshole leaked it. I was like, Mom, what? Okay, what step in AA is write a list of all the famous people you fucked? Because she's fucked way more than just famous people. Like, let's keep it real, like hobos and like her, accountants and shit. So, and they weren't on the list.
Hobos and accountants.
If I read a biography, it's gonna be called "Hobos and Accountants Who I Fucked." But it's like, by the way, it's like you just wrote a list of famous people that you ranked in order of fame. So that's not a step in AA. They're not like, Lindsay, I think to get off this coke, you need to write a list of people that you fucked in order of their fame. So like number one would be, I don't know, Justin Timberlake, Colin Farrell at the bottom. Like I don't believe her. I'm mad at her. I'm angry at her. Although I'm gonna say she looked better last night.
On the show.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the last episode
She
yet.
looked a little better. She looked kind of terrible in the beginning of the season. Now she's looking a little better. So maybe she's like, I don't know, not doing coke anymore.
I don't know. She probably didn't get her lips implanted, and so she looks like a normal person for 5 minutes. I can't with her lips.
And then she got her hair done, and it was like the grossest, shittiest weave tracks like I've ever seen. And she's like, these cost $1,200. I was like, that
Girl,
looks
you're getting ripped off.
so ripped off. Like it looks so bad. And then now she's writing a book. I guess she's writing a book about her life, which is going to be all lies. It's like, I don't understand people who keep giving this bitch a chance.
Because somebody's going to buy it.
I love Lindsay in her movies, and I was rooting for her, but like the last 2 years, I'm done. I can't because I just can't.
Well, she's doing everything totally wrong. So there's that. And it's like the thing about being an actor is that like you kind of need in some capacity, unless you're like Julia Roberts, you need to be able to like disappear into the role a little bit. And nobody will take her seriously because you're just looking at a train wreck. She needs to like go away and stop. By the way, if she says one more time, like, I need to go back to my life and what's good for me, which is being on set. Like that's what fuels me. And it's like, no, you need to like figure out what's normal and like eat vegetables and stop putting shit in your lips and smoking cigarettes and like go somewhere. Go to Kansas. Like do something. Do something.
I think she'd fit in too much there. Okay. And here's the thing, guys. Like, Amanda Bynes had her moment of breakdown and shit where she went nuts. It lasted about 6 months. And then she got her shit together.
She's getting her shit together.
You have about 6 months, and then we forgive you.
I mean, Britney's even getting her shit together.
Lindsay has been on this shitty fucking path for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Like 12 fucking years.
She's only like 27 or something now, too.
I mean,
it's really sad.
God, I wouldn't get anywhere near that. Okay. Number 2, really quickly, because this relates to Lindsay. This is an actual news story that I heard. I can't believe this is real. A 17-year-old girl got caught stealing at Victoria's Secret. She was stealing skinny jeans. And guess what they found in her purse?
I mean, a baby.
A dead baby.
Oh, that was like a month or so ago.
That
Yeah,
fucking happened. What goes through your head?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. And
a baby.
they were like, well, she's 17. I'm like, I mean, that's like...
Shit.
Like
The baby was dead? I can't remember.
The baby was dead. In her purse. Bloody in her purse. With the cord still. I don't understand.
I think that we call that as a cry for help. She wanted to get caught.
Oh, come on.
I think that was a cry for help.
I don't understand. Like, first of all, why are you going to Victoria's Secret for skinny jeans? Go to Target. There's always, I don't understand. They're not even quality. And then
how that's your problem with the story.
And then you put a dead baby in your purse. Like, leave it at home. Put it in the freezer. Keep it frozen. Although it is sad.
That's like there's that lady, they just found like 10 dead babies in her garage, and like somewhere she just kept having babies and killing them. So she kept them in her garage.
I mean, that's a better place than a purse. Unless, how big was a purse? Was it a duffel? I don't know. Was it a clutch? Oh.
Was it a clutch? What's wrong with you? I can't talk about things. Can we just talk about one thing? I need to bring things up. Can we talk about Coachella?
I had that written down, but I skipped it.
Well, I need to talk about it for a little bit. If people don't know what it is, Coachella is this hipster music festival that takes place in the spring, like outside of LA, 2 different weekends in a row. And all the pictures, it's like 3 days each weekend, and all you see are pictures of like these people, like celebrities, like for example, the youngest, like Jenner sisters or whatever, walking around in some sort of form of like jean short with their hair dyed weird, and they have like weird makeup all over their face, like whatever. And all I'm thinking in my head is, number one, like all they're doing is walking in the heat. Ugh. That's what every picture is. It's just walking in what is horrible. 100 degrees.
Horrible.
And I talked to a friend of mine who went, and of course all his pictures are like him in jean shorts and no shirt on, and he's like loving it. And I'm like, really though? And he's like, oh no, 30% of it is walking in heat, and it's miserable. And then you get to like the show and it's fun. I'm like, that doesn't make up for it for me.
No, I'd rather spend the weekend at IKEA, and that's miserable.
Oh well, that's air conditioned, so why not?
But it's miserable.
And they have Swedish meatballs. I mean, that
so
sounds like
many fat people. In
that
jean
sounds like a
shorts.
great weekend, IKEA. This one, I just don't understand. I mean, I get it if you're like really young. I think I might have liked it, but like
No.
the sweaty. I need to be, if I were to go, I need to be like airlifted and like drop down, and then like airlifted.
No, those aren't my people. My people don't go to Coachella. Like when I tweeted how much I think Coachella's stupid, all the people that were following me agreed. Maybe that's when people started unfollowing me. Maybe I offended the Coachella community. Speaking of Coachella though, which relates to drugs, which relates back to Lindsay. I forgot to tell you this. You missed it in the episode, her finale last night, which by the way wasn't a finale. They just put 2 episodes together because they're like, oh, let's just get this over with. Like literally nothing happened except for the dead baby. But also she goes, you know, since the show aired, I've been going through a lot of growth and mental growth. And, you know, I did this thing. She just said thing. I did this thing where I went and I had an out-of-body experience, and I saw myself die, and I saw this, and I saw my life. And I'm like, that thing is a drug, and you're not sober anymore because you did a fucking drug. I hate her.
That's like on the one episode when she had to get like literally like her her tooth capped or something, and she's like, "Oh no, I definitely need drugs for this. Like I can't handle this." And they put her under completely because like she can't handle like just going to the dentist without being on drugs.
Granted, those teeth. I mean, they had the fucking shovel to them. I would need a drug too. I had a chisel. Okay, last pop culture thing because I just want to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Miley's in the hospital. She's possibly pregnant. Her dog died. Let's move on.
What do you mean she's possibly pregnant?
I don't know. That's what it said on the news. It said Miley Cyrus. Is she pregnant? I don't know. I don't think she's pregnant because you can't get pregnant from your tongue.
What they?
Can you? That's what I learned.
Mm-hmm. You sure can.
Mm.
What is? I don't. Was she had like they're saying she had an allergic reaction to?
I don't know. They're saying everything. Her dog died, which is sad. She went on like a crazy Twitter rant, which was kind of scary and sad. Mm-hmm. Listen, if my dog died, if my dog died, I would like leave the country for a little while.
That would make you leave the country? You'd like, you hate leaving your apartment.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you would just put her in the fridge.
In the freezer.
Sorry, the freezer.
Anyways. Yeah, no, it's sad. It's sad. I think she started taking drugs because of it, and then maybe she like OD'd. I don't know. It's really sad. I hope she gets better, and I hope she gets another dog. I don't know. Dear Lord, rest in peace. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have anything before we get to Fair Abraham?
No,
time?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for you.
Do. Fair Abraham. Fuck.
Take 2.
Do. Fair Abraham time. Do. God made a mistake. Oh no.
No. To be fair, we change it every time.
Every time.
The lyrics are the same, but the tune seems to vary.
Wait, what about this? Fair Abraham time.
Oh, no. What is this new thingy with the mouth?
I'm popping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A couple things. Number one, just to get into it, Farrah Abraham, you guys have been tweeting her nonstop to tell her to go on the podcast, which is hilarious. Not only is she following all of you guys, she's retweeting all of you guys. Her entire page is just retweets saying, please go on Shane's podcast. We have reached out to her so many times to come on the podcast, and she doesn't get back to us. But she's retweeting those tweets, so obviously she wants to be on the podcast.
Money talks.
I don't have money.
Money talks.
Farrah, I mean, listen, Farrah, put down the purse of the dead baby and get out of Victoria's Secret and get over here.
Oh my God, she's going to vlog this. She's going to be like, hey, what's up, you guys? Just for the record, like, I had my baby and, like, I, like, didn't put her in a purse. Like, I mean, I did, but, like, she's
You guys
still
think
alive.
I'm a bad mom, but at least I didn't put my baby in a purse and go to Victoria's Secret and steal skinny jeans. I left my daughter in the car.
Yeah, like a normal, like, mom.
Anyways, Farrah Abraham had some bad news this week.
Oh, no, what?
She was fired.
From what?
From Teen Mom.
Oh,
fired.
Oh, that show's still on?
Well, they were trying to I guess they're bringing it back with like all the old moms who are, 30-year-old moms now.
Oh, I didn't know.
So they're trying to bring it back. By the way, Farrah still acts like she's teen. That show was 10 years ago.
I was going to say,
It's so hard being a teen mom.
Oh, back in 2000? What are you now?
She's like 42.
But mentally, I'm still
You
a
can't
teen.
tell because her face looks
No,
like
I took a mental age test on Facebook, and it said I was 12.
So yeah, she's fired because I guess the other moms said they wouldn't do it if she was on it.
I don't blame them.
Okay, first of all, listen. We talk about Farrah all the time. She's a genius. I would want to be a part of anything she's on because everybody's going to want to watch it. And she's hilarious and she's a joke and she's amazing. Why would they want to not be part of that?
Because they think they're geniuses and they're...
Well, they're fucking stupid and they need to raise their game because they're not on Farrah's level.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with
you. Do you know their names?
No.
It's like, okay.
I'm just ashamed that I know Farrah Abraham's name.
There's fat one with my haircut. There's skinny one with my haircut. There's one who showed her boobs and went to jail for heroin. And there's Farrah. There's the fat one who punched her husband in the fat head.
I think I saw that in like a tabloid.
And none of that. She almost is a genius because she went to jail a few times and punched her husband in the head a few times. But it was too violent. It's too real. People don't like that. People like to see women get butt fucked and leave their kids in the car, which is what Farrah does. And she does it well.
Better than anyone I know.
Better than anyone. So I'm going to play you guys another sample of a Farrah Abraham song because Farrah has gone on record saying that she has never used autotune.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. It's, maybe she's trying to keep it a secret.
Shh, don't let it get out.
But I think, I just feel like maybe somebody used a little bit of auto, like just like a smidgen of autotune on this. This is actually a bad song to play because
didn't we already listen to it?
Maybe there's no autotune. Okay. Okay, here we go.
We've heard this.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I don't think there was auto-tune on that because it was so bad. It was so out of tune.
I think
if there was auto-tune on that, I think it might actually, like that was, I think there was a filter on it.
There was something on it.
But auto-tune, maybe not. Maybe she's right. Fuck, damn it. She proved herself right. Because that was so horrible. I don't want to go.
I don't want to go. Everything on me.
Not that bad.
Thank you.
I mean, it was that one.
Thank you.
It was pretty bad.
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
Thank you
Would
so
you,
much.
if you made a song, would you put auto-tune on it?
I wouldn't need it. Back off.
Okay, then just like throw us like a little smidgen of what your song would be.
Okay. Super lit. Super lit. Wait, what's another shit Dawson hit? I need a vacation. Vacation. I need a vacation.
All right, guys. So rap.
Actually, what people don't know is that I did ooh and ah on the back of the song one time.
You did, and you were so nervous.
I didn't want to do it at all.
Okay, so during Super Love, we were doing. I feel like we talked about this. Yeah, we did the background vocals, and it was like me and Lauren and the producers, and all we had to do was go
yeah, something
or whatever. That was amazing. I'm so good. Anyways, so what we did was we all stood there, and he's like, "And go," and we all did it except for her. She was mouthing it like a kid in church. She was scared to sing, and I looked at her and I was like, "You're not doing it," and you were like, "I am." And I was like, "You do it," and then I was like, "Let's just do it with just Lauren," and then you were like, "You fucking asshole."
You're so mean. You made me do it alone.
And you were like, "Oh, was that okay?" And we all went, "Yeah, let's do it as a group." I don't think it should be alone. And you can clearly hear very auto-tuned Lauren in the background.
You can. Thank you very much.
It's like,
Thank you.
It's not that bad.
Thank you.
I think that was the only song that
I thought there was another one. Maybe that was.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I was trying to find Farrah's Twitter. I opened up my Twitter and I went right to somebody who unfollowed me. And I was checking their profile. Fucking piece of shit. You fuck you, piece of shit. Sorry, I get very angry.
Yeah, you really do. You really need. I mean, I think you need to go outside and go to Yogurland.
Anyways, what we need to do, guys, let's start this fucking petition. Go to Farrah's Twitter. I think it's Farrah.
I think we've told them to do that already.
No, but we're going to do it again. This time we're going to get real. It's F1 Abraham, Abraham. Go to her Twitter and say, what should we say? We should start like hashtag Farrah on Shane's podcast, maybe? Or
how about just hashtag Farrah on Shane? I love the double on.
Ooh, hashtag Farrah on Shane. And let's just bombard her. She has to do it, guys. And then maybe you guys could even be like, we should start a Kickstarter to raise money to get her on the podcast.
I know. We've been thinking about doing Kickstarter. That's the perfect opportunity.
Oh, yeah, that's great. I'll just, anyways, Guys, please, let's make it happen.
Hashtag
Okay.
Fair Unchained. Okay.
We are going to take a quick little break. I'm going to go pee. We also have, do we have a sponsor today?
We do.
Very exciting. We'll talk about the sponsor. And when we come back, we are going to have a guy named Patrick Moote. Is it Moote?
It
It's
is
Moote,
Moot.
right?
It is Moot.
I watched his documentary on Unhung Hero.
And you felt like you related.
And I felt like I related because it's all about a guy who has a small penis and his girlfriend breaks up with him because of it. So I thought it was interesting, and I really want to talk to him about penises and my penis, and I'm going to reveal the size of my penis, and Lauren's going to reveal the size of hers.
I am. I'm very excited.
So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey, what's up, you guys? Okay, our sponsor today, once again, is Ting.
Ting.
Ting. Ting. Ting, yes, we love Ting, the cell phone service. Love them. What is it, you may be asking? Well, you obviously didn't listen to our last podcast.
What?
Because we talked all about it. But if you missed it, basically Ting is really, really cool. There's no contracts or early termination fees. You pay for what you use in minutes and data. So basically, you know, like some phone companies, you have to pay a flat fee and it's expensive. And if you go over, you have to pay more.
Oh.
This literally is you pay for what you use. So like me, I talk on the phone for 1 minute a month. And it's literally just to
hang up on me.
To hang up on you. So I only get charged for that. It's really great rates. No mysterious line items on your bill. They're not charging you for random little things like, oh, well, you held the phone in your left hand, so here's $1 charge. Not doing that. Unlimited devices on one account and really great customer support. Because listen, I don't know about you, but I'm not throwing any names under the bus, but all the other phone providers that I've had to deal with.
You got contracts. You got early termination fees.
You have Catherine Zeta-Jones yelling at you all the time. Just not ideal situations. So if you have to pay an early termination fee in order to make the switch to Ting, they will give you 25% of the early termination fee back in Ting service credit. That's great. You can also keep your cell phone and just change a number if you want.
Or keep your number.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Keep your cell phone number if you switch over. That's even better because my cell phone number is still Long Beach, you know.
I know.
Keeping it real,
No,
y'all.
no.
Keeping it real. They throw in voicemail, hotspotting, tethering, number porting, picture, video messaging, three-way calling, and more for free. Yes, I said free. That's really cool because you know how many voicemails and pictures I send you?
Yeah, it's disturbing. We're talking about penises today, and that's all I have to say. At least it's a really small file.
That was very rude. Anyways, it gets better with the more family members or colleagues that you add. You pay a flat $6 a month per device on one account. Each device pools usage minutes, text, and megabytes all on one account. And the more you use, Ting gets you better rates. So if you go to shane.ting.com, you will get 25% off of a new device or in-service credit if you use that link, which is shane.ting.com.
Please support them because they're supporting us, and we actually think they're an awesome company.
Yeah, they're awesome. And listen, they're keeping the show free for you guys because guess what? It costs money to make this fucking show.
Yeah, it does. I don't come cheap.
You come.
I'm not like
very
Ting.
Expensive.
I'm not like Ting. I don't come cheap.
Oof. God, I just got so many images. All right, you guys, that's shane.ting.com. All right, let's get back to the show. And we're back with Patrick Moote.
What?
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Oh my God.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
I can't. There's so many penis
All
puns right now.
All she can do right now is
Coming.
stare at his crotch.
I know.
Yeah, it's very difficult for me to look down.
My eyes are up here, Lauren. Stop staring. You're making it uncomfortable.
I'm making it uncomfortable.
It's getting
You never
smaller.
You never stare at my crotch?
I don't.
Do
you have a penis?
My pants. The pants I'm wearing right now. Everybody thinks I have this huge penis. That's such a lie. But everybody does because my pants have this. You can see this divot.
There's
Yeah.
a bulge.
That's completely not a penis.
Yeah, no.
That's
There's
just a
nothing in
divot.
there. There's nothing in there.
No, that's awesome. Can I borrow those pants sometimes?
We have to tell everybody about the
Date
movie. Should
nights.
Patrick tell everybody? We have to describe
Okay,
it.
so let me. Long story short, and then I'll let you really divulge. I keep saying the wrong word for that.
That's
Dive
okay.
in, whatever.
Dive in.
So I was up. It was like 3 a.m. I was watching documentaries. I watched one about a retarded kid who could do magic, and then I watched one about bronies, which we've all talked about.
Oh yeah. Well,
And then I stumbled across yours, and I was nervous to rent it because the cover is you like naked, and I was like, oh God, Lisa's gonna see this and be like, we're renting gay porn. I'd be like, no, it's about penises. No, never mind. I rented it anyways.
It's called Unhung Hero, right?
Unhung Hero.
Very catchy title.
It is.
Not
really
my
is.
first choice of titles.
Oh, what was your first
interesting.
choice?
Like Fruitfully Average Hero. He's a great listener. Didn't have to go straight for the unhung thing. That was the director's idea. He was like, what do you think of Unhung Hero? I was like, hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. But I think it will get people to watch it at 3 o'clock.
I think
I
it's
clicked
I
on
think
it.
it's catchy.
Anyways, so I watched it, and it was all about you and your journey of figuring out, are you normal for having an under normal sized
Or first,
penis.
does he have a normal sized penis, or is it not, or is it below average? And then how to make it bigger, right?
But get into, because this is how this all kind of ties into YouTube. So get into how this first started, which is the viral video.
Yes, I proposed to the girl I was dating at a UCLA basketball game. So, and if anybody's ever thinking about doing that, don't. Because when it doesn't go wrong, you've then put yourself in a very public scenario. So they actually went above and beyond what I thought they were going to do originally, and they had like us on the kiss cam. And
did you planned it with them?
I mean, I talked to them about it, but I didn't know they were going to have like a microphone right there. What I had seen before was usually like you just see them there and you see it happen.
Okay, gotcha.
But they brought a microphone up and like put it right in our faces, which is an added level of pressure. Long story short, she said no by kind of like awkwardly shaking her head and getting up and leaving. And the video went viral. So it got 10 million hits in 4 days.
Who put it up?
I don't know. And since that,
Is it still up?
The original proposal video has been taken down. It was on some site, some like channel that had Tosh in it. It was like, but it wasn't. It was unlicensed, so they took it down. But so the 10 million hit one, yeah, that one's gone. But it just took off, and I really didn't know what to do at first. I mean, when the video was going viral, but what really happened was after that, we talked more about why she didn't want to be with me, and one of the reasons, and I try to state this, it wasn't like she was like this, size queen, like, I love big, huge ones, but she told me that my penis was too small for her.
Okay. Can we
Listen, P.S. She does look like a crazy bitch size queen, just from the documentary. Is she angry about that?
She's not super pumped. I mean, she's been like
I don't really feel like you show her face that much.
No.
And you don't say her name.
Did you
No,
blur
we
her
don't.
face?
Yeah, we did blur her face.
Yeah.
I wanted to be respectful of that, and I think a lot of times people are like, "That girl's the worst," and it's like, what? Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of the one who is out of line because I made a movie.
But how did that even? Okay, this is my fear, my nightmare. Is like, you get broken up with or whatever, and I've even said to Lisa a million times, just like, say like we broke up. Like, what would you say to your friends? And she's like, nothing. And I'm like, be honest. Like, what would you say? And she's like, nothing. Literally nothing. But in my head, all I'm thinking is all the millions of things she's gonna make fun of me for and like laugh and whatever. So like, when she said to you, how did it get to small penis? Was that like 5th on the list? Why would she even say that? Was she mad?
It was further down the list. There was, I'm not necessarily gainfully employed all the time. I'm an actor. I live in LA. I don't, there's a lot of times when I don't have any money. And you can see I watched a movie now and you see my room and it looks like a bunch of homeless people living there. There's like a couch with clothes all over it. I watch it now and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm more embarrassed about the room than I am about the penis. What was I thinking letting cameras in there? But, It was multiple things, and
how long had you been dating?
We've been dating for a little over 8 months. I was.
Had you talked about getting
gung-ho.
engaged?
We had not talked about getting engaged. We talked about living together.
And you never talked about your penis with her?
I was gonna say, did she not know?
It didn't come up. I think I was aware that like our sex life wasn't like jamming because of the lulls in her. There were times where I felt like she wasn't necessarily having the best time of her life, but it wasn't. It wasn't something, people are different when they're with people and intimate. Some people are more open about it. Some people are less open about it. So it wasn't something that we had talked about like that necessarily. But yeah, it was, it came up on the list and it was like, basically the sex isn't that great. And it's partly because your penis isn't big enough for me.
I can't believe she was.
And I wish I could remember the exact words she used.
Say
I think is
your vagina's too big?
The thoughts were going through my head. I was more just like, oh, you dirty.
Yeah, you fucking
why even go there? At this point, she's already said no. Like, why even go there?
Well, and here's what I say, because I do kind of blame myself for a little bit of this. If anyone ever like breaks up with you, don't ask a bunch of questions. Why? Because it's not going to be like, oh, you're too rich and too good looking, Patrick. Or, gosh dang it. They're going to be like, oh, you stink, or you're bad in bed, or you're broke, or you're ugly. There's not. So I think you should just take it.
By the way, that's such good advice.
It's the truth. Everybody wants to know.
I've been the girl that's been like, why?
Do you really want to know?
No, I really.
No, but like, okay. So, Lauren, as a girl. Okay. So,
Go.
how big is your vagina? Okay, wait. Let me rephrase that.
Sure.
The depth of your vagina, which is in the documentary, they talk about this. I think that the depth of feeling is only 3 inches.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's like...
So why would she need like a bigger than 3-inch penis?
It just depends. You know, when people ask, because I did a lot of man on the street stuff where I walked around and talked to people about, you know, women in particular, like, what's your take on size? Does it matter? Does it not matter? And it was interesting because I wanted to find all these women who were like, oh, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. But it was like 50-50. And there was a lot of women who were like, yeah, I like a bigger penis. It's just a better feeling. You know, obviously they can orgasm from not having penetration because almost 30% of women do. But the feeling of it is just something that they like better. And I wanted them, you know, there were times where I'd be like, all right, cut. Could we do that again? But this time say like, no, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself. And it's like, no, this person actually, but it's just as much like, you know, some people like people who are a little more intelligent and, you know, or like everybody's into their own different things and it's just about finding things. But it is a thing.
I think for the most part, it's sort of on both ends. You don't want something that's like so big that it's like, you know, an arm, you know what I mean? Like, and you also
you might as well
conversely,
just have an arm.
Yeah.
right? Which, like, let's just go there.
See, someone did suggest that. They're like, have you tried fisting? It's like, no, I haven't. I'm not
interested.
Yeah, I'll think about that next time I want to be charged with sexual assault.
Oh my god, yeah. So there's that, but conversely, you don't want something too small that you can, you know, there's a happy medium right there in the middle that I think. But okay, my question. So how do you go from 10 million views then to like making a movie about it? Was it like a gradual thing or like you were like set out to do this thing?
I wasn't really like jumping at the opportunity to necessarily make this film at first. It was something that I talked to my buddy Brian about, who's the director of the film, Brian Spitz. And we're friends, so we just kind of started talking about things. And I'm very open about everything. I don't care, you know? Like, I feel like it's more harmful to hold things back than it is to just let it out there and be like, you know, I'm insecure about the size of my penis. And I told him, you know, what she had said. And I always knew that, you know, and I did find out through making the movie that I had a nickname in high school that was like Pickle and Baby
Yeah, did you not
Dill.
know that?
I did, but I'd like repressed it.
Wait, are pickles small?
Apparently.
I mean,
now I'm feeling
That was the joke, I know. Don't go around any big
I
pickles.
know, I'm like,
They weren't referencing the big giant pickles, because it was Pickle and then Baby Dill.
oh,
I know.
Yeah, I
It was-
get that
High
one.
schoolers are the worst.
Oh my god.
But I didn't really, you know, kind of like attach that to any sort of real life.
You're
You know, I'd been with like one girl at the time. It was like,
Right.
how would everyone know that? And I didn't want to deal with it. I thought it was people just being mean. But it did come back that it was, you know.
In fact.
Yeah, there was
for a
in
reason.
fact. Yeah, because a girl had compared it to that.
What a bit. Fuck all these
I know.
bitches.
Oh my god.
I know, it's terrible. It's like I'm
So-
15 and everybody's calling me Baby Doll. And I'm like, I don't even know I don't even think it's done growing yet. Like, come on.
Yeah, and first of all, it doesn't look like a pickle. Listen, in high school, I was, 400 pounds, so my baby dill was covered in fucking red, so you couldn't even see the dill. But like a really small, sad, limp, flaccid penis doesn't look like a pickle. It looks more like a cashew or like a dog toenail or like it's not like a pickle.
No.
How did they get
Looks like
pickle?
a-
To me, that sounds girthy. To me, that sounds
I'm thinking
fun.
like a cornichon, like one of those little like
Yeah.
French little thing. That's probably
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
were referring to.
I think that's.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, it might have aesthetic things that are pickleish too. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like. I've never really like investigated my,
No.
or at least hadn't up until.
So did
I
you
started
not?
doing
So
this.
okay, wait. So throughout your whole life, you never thought like, is my penis not as big as everybody else's? Because I have that thought every single day. Of my
I
life.
always thought that.
Okay.
I always thought it because, and I think a lot of kids think this now, is because the first time you're exposed to a penis a lot of times is in porn.
Right.
So the first time
I
you
remember
see
the first time I saw flaccid penis and I was like, oh my, like it was at a strip club. Like
Yeah.
I didn't, strip show thing in this weird club in New York. And these Jersey beefy guys were naked and they had flaccid penis. And I was like, oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah. No, it looks like
Yeah.
like a sad elephant.
Yeah,
or
I had
something. Like it's not.
I think that's a great, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not even an elephant.
No.
Yeah,
like
no,
a pygmy elephant.
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Small
That's
one.
so funny. Yeah.
But so I think there is kind of very early on just a seed planted in people's heads that this isn't that this is what's normal. And it's absolutely not. I mean, even the behavior in porno a lot of times it isn't normal behavior.
No.
The first time I was having, intercourse with a young woman, I was like, why is she not screaming? Why is she not calling me daddy? Like,
Why
what
doesn't
is
she like it when I spit and slap on her
Yes.
vagina?
Like, I never got in more trouble trying sexual things than I did when I was like in my very early years, where they're like, don't put that there. It's like, why? The girl in the
Stop choking.
fresh produce? Not cool. I don't know. Maybe I've been led astray. But
Lauren's laughing because she's like, all of that does sound good. I enjoy all
when
of
is that not cool?
Oh God, totally.
But so I think, and it is something that I actually we went to some porn conventions and things like that,
I
and
know, I saw that.
talked to directors and stuff, and they're like, look, we like guys who are shorter with, you know, bigger, larger than average penises, with girls who are smaller with big fake boobs, and then they shoot it really tight and they get wide angle lenses so they look like normal sized people.
Right.
But in reality, you know, that guy's penis isn't 2 feet long. He's just 5'3" with a, you know, 9.5-inch penis.
Oh.
Wow.
So it does throw things, you know, it throws things off. And I think it is, you know, better to start the conversation early just about what to, you know, that what you're seeing in porn is not a real life, you know, depiction of what.
So okay,
of what
so
it is
so
a lot of
you're
times.
talking to your friend, and he's like, maybe we should do a movie. It was his idea,
Yes,
or was yours?
it was his idea.
Uh-huh.
He was well. We started talking about it, and it was like, does size matter? And that was really what we started talking about. It wasn't about her necessarily or my penis. It was just like, does size matter? Does it really matter? There's never been anything done like this. And of course, you know, we've been in LA for a while, so we're, you know, look, I've been looking at the 10 million views the whole time and just been like, how do I make this work in my favor? Like, what can be done about this? And that was something that came up. And as we started to investigate it more, we realized there wasn't really anything out there like that, and that I felt there was you know, a fairly positive side to this of just informing people and trying to find out. And you know, if in the process I kind of had to throw myself under the bus, then you know.
My favorite part of the movie, I think, because it was so uncomfortable and a moment I think I've had myself. You walk into the doctor's office, and she's basically, you're like, you know, I want you to tell me if it's average or not. And she takes you behind the door. They close the door.
Love that moment.
And then I don't know what happened, but I guess
I know the verbiage she
pulled
used.
it.
She pulled it, and then she goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, that is low normal."
What is
Low
pull?
normal.
What does that mean? So she pulled it.
So he couldn't do it, and people ask this a lot. They're like, was it erect when they measured? It's like, I don't even think it could be erect in that. Like, somebody puts on rubber gloves and erections just go right out the window.
But she
It's
could like
there's
pull
no-
it and figure out. That's
Yeah, and she knew. It wasn't like she was giving, but she was just basically telling me on a scale from what she's seen and what she knows. You know,
she asked you too. She was like, "Is this what it's basically what the size of it when it's an erect?"
about
and you were like,
and it was. I mean, it wasn't quite there. It gets you know,
No,
bigger,
well-
but she put 2 fingers at the base and then 2 like just under the head and pulled and then kind of like pulled again. It was
She's like a famous sex.
yeah.
I've heard her on the radio.
I know, and she touched my penis.
Yeah, because I saw that. I was like,
wait, backtrack.
She's like a sex therapist.
If you
thing.
pulled, Lauren, if you put on gloves and pull my penis right now, you would get nothing. But when my penis is ready to go, I think it's average. So I don't believe that test.
Well, I think what she was going for was more of a. I think she was adding in what the increase of blood flow would be, like, because she knew she had
Well,
seen.
she
a
also
bunch.
asked you. She said, "Is this about?" I mean, right? And you,
Yeah.
I heard you
It
say
was
yes.
yeah, and it was pretty close. I mean,
Uh-huh.
it definitely gets wider.
Sure,
it was
when-
but I mean, she gave it a good solid tug. I mean, she got it out to about around 5 inches, I guess. I mean, she really and it wasn't like it hadn't like shrunk up inside me just yet. But
She's an attractive woman.
yeah, she is.
Uh-huh.
She is, and because she put her fingers down at the base, I was actually surprised at how far she was actually able to get it.
She knows how to do it.
That
I know.
sounds. Oh my God! You know what? I'm happy you didn't do, but I wish you would have done it. I was watching this other documentary about, I don't know, not penises, but they involve penises. It was in Africa or something. And they take the penis and they stretch it,
Oh.
and then they roll it around
On that- yeah.
a stick.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
they had- no, they-
Papua New Guinea.
And
They
then
do
they
that.
put like a chip clip on it.
Yeah.
To keep it like curled. It's
You showed a clip of that, I think, in yours.
Yeah,
I feel like I
yeah.
saw-
Yeah,
I
like
think
a
that's
really
what it was.
quick,
Very
cut
quick,
in
yeah.
the YouTube video.
God, but you didn't do it.
No.
You did put a dumbbell on your dick.
I did. Yeah, I hung weights from my penis.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah. Well, I actually felt really, really awesome too. I was like 5 pounds hung from my penis, and I was like swinging it. I had to have it on there for like 5 minutes.
Oh my God!
And then they took it off, and I was like feeling pretty boss, like yeah. And then this guy, this like little like 5'3" guy who was a total show off, lifted 350 pounds.
I know, but then they showed his penis afterwards, and I wanted to throw.
I
The
know.
first shot of the whole movie when they're
it
about to
looked
put
like a
a
bunch of
needle in your
grapes.
dick, though, that was like I'm watching it with my husband, and both of us were like, he's like, I don't think I can
knew
do
you
it.
were gonna do it though.
I
Oh,
was,
didn't know.
That one
Come
was.
on.
I mean,
That's
that
like
was
AIDS. That's
It
like
was
disease.
It was pretty nasty. And my whole thing the whole time was like, I'm just gonna say yes to everything. I'm gonna say yes to everything and just and go as far as I possibly can before.
Because you would have wanted if you could, to make it bigger. If that
Yeah,
was,
sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
to
there's-
people listening, if you haven't seen the movie, which you should go see it right now, is it on Netflix or just Apple TV?
It's not on Netflix, but it will
Amazon.
be soon.
It was. I saw it on Amazon.
Amazon,
Amazon,
and
Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Cool.
Yeah, or
Check it out,
iTunes.
and then listen to this again because
Unhung hero.
unhung here. So at the beginning and then at the end of the movie, they were gonna pump your penis with silicone.
Palm oil.
Ugh. to try to make it
Isn't
bigger.
that like what you put in a car?
No, it's like what you fry things with when you're in Papua New
How does
Guinea.
that even work?
They do 10 shots of 5 milliliters a piece, and they do it in 10 different spots. So they just go all the way up the penis. And from what I hear now, and I've continued to follow up on some research, and this was we're a little bit removed from it all. A lot of it, they have to go back and do it over and over and over because your body absorbs the palm oil.
Whew.
I mean, they also do it with, in South Korea, too, they were putting fat underneath the skin from
That
your
one-
stomach or from cadavers.
That-
if
that's-
you don't want the unsightly scar,
That's
you
the
can
only
get-
one I remember. That was the plastic surgery. That's the only one that seemed like, even though it seems terrible and painful, that is like kind of legitimate thing that you could do.
It
Like,
works. It does work.
Does it really make it just more girthy, or does it make it?
It
long?
makes it more girthy. It doesn't make it any longer.
See, I don't need any more girth.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
most
girthy enough.
Let's be real.
I'm so girthy.
It's a spaghetti squash cutting.
I was thinking about getting a reduction. Yeah,
I'm a
too much
girth reduction. Okay,
Oh
wait.
my
So
God. This is so.
I
it's
actually
so uncomfortable.
tried. So after I watched the movie, I was like,
Jelking. What was that called?
Joke.
oh, I used to jelk when I was like a teenager.
Did you?
Did you know about it before the movie?
I didn't know about it before. the movie.
Really?
No.
Explain
no.
what jelking is.
Okay, so jelking. I used to, when I was like 15, I used to go to this website called like Penises and More or something, which my mom found in the history and she was confused, but she clicked on it and then she got it. Basically, it's like a website about how to masturbate, what you can use around the house, and things you can do to make it bigger. And jelking was on there, and it's just you like pull. It's like you're yanking at it, yanking. And I used to do it like every day. Nothing. One time, I think my penis was like a centimeter bigger, and I was like, it's working. But it really wasn't working. It was just hot that day.
Yeah, that's what I tell people that all the time. Like, I mean, when they're, your penis fluctuates on any given day, and there was a lot of times where I was
Does
like,
it?
I think I got a 1/4 inch bigger, and then I'd measure the next day and I'd be like, all right, now I'm 1/8 of an inch small, and it's smaller, so could be anything.
What about your balls?
My balls are pretty good. I feel like my balls are pretty awesome. They're a little. There are times where they make my penis look smaller by comparison.
That is my problem.
I hate that.
My balls are huge.
Yeah.
I've talked about this on the podcast before. My balls are uncomfortably big. So I feel like even if I did have a big penis, I would still not look like it because they're surrounded by, it's like, it looks like a cartoon face. Two huge eyes and then a nose. It's like, it's impossible for the nose to look
Oh,
big.
for the ladies out there.
Yep, for the ladies.
Looks like a cartoon face.
They're always laughing, and I'm like, I know it looks funny. It's like a cartoon.
With a mustache.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't want to give too much of the movie away.
but
so I don't want to delve too much into it.
I'm curious, and this might be boring for other people, but how did you get, like, it's very well made, and you have things like Seinfeld clips in there, and like, how did you get the money to do this, and like, who sponsored it? Like, what?
We got the director took the project around, like when we kind of put the package together, and found a German production company that was very, very interested.
So
in
had
it.
you already traveled and done all that stuff?
No, we hadn't. We just
Okay.
had basically kind of like thrown together a couple little like sizzle reels and things like that, and we're just pitching it. And we had a few other projects we were pitching, and so he took them to his representation, and they took him to a couple production companies. And he came back to me like a week later and was like, "Dude, I think we're gonna make a movie." And I was like, "Nice, which one?" He was like, "The penis thing," and I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch." I think I agreed to that when I was drinking.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
God.
But
so crazy.
yeah, then we just kind of went from there and just.
Because beyond like just the subject matter, I mean, it's like, I thought it was shot so well. It looks great. It's like the animation is incredible.
Yeah.
Like
Brian is super talented.
Yeah.
And people are, like congratulate me on the project and things like that. But I mean, he really like pulled every favor. I mean, we've just been grinding on this for so long, and I would have given up. I mean, after we shot it, I was just like, I feel like I've made a huge mistake. Like, I don't know what this may be.
how many months, or how long did it take you to make it? Or the shooting part, I mean.
It took us about, of primary, like principal shooting, kind of traveling and all that stuff. It was probably about 6 months. And then we kind of picked up pieces along the way. Was it 6? No, it was faster than that. It was probably about 3.5 or 4 months. But then we were
you went
still
to like
working.
South Korea and shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. went
Do
to-
you have like girls now? This was my first question when I finished the movie was, oh my God. Now do you have all these girls just trying to get with you to be like, I just want to see it. I just want to see it. But then they're into it. Like, do you have like small dick fetish girls who are just like,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's so fucking small. Yeah, fuck me.
that small dick? Like, do you have this? Stuff like that?
Oh,
I think the answer is
not
yes. He's bright
really.
red.
I get some interesting people kind of reaching out to me. A lot of gay guys are really into it, and they're
Sure.
like, we don't even care. We'll just do whatever with it.
And you're like, okay, well, I'm not gay,
Like,
but
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
thanks.
I appreciate the offer. It's very flattering to do whatever with it. But it's not been quite as like, because people ask it all the time. They're like, oh my God, like you must be getting so laid all the time. And it's like, no, not really. and people reach out, but it's usually more people who are kind of like, I get it. They kind of connect more to the insecurity side of it. So they connect to which I actually like. If it was a bunch of people just like, oh, penis this, penis that, I'd get a little tired of it. A lot of it is like, I'm, gay, or I'm balding, or I'm, whatever. And those are the people who've really connected to it, which for me is nice because it means we didn't make like a 90-minute penis joke, which was a concern of mine at times. Like, I'm just making a movie for 90 minutes where we're just going to slam me like over and over. Why would I do this?
I didn't think it felt to me.
No.
Yeah, to me, it very much felt like a, it felt like a movie all about insecurity. It was bigger than just penises. Hey, there's my official review.
Most things are.
Wait, so why didn't you show your penis in the movie?
Yeah, that's what I thought in the end
Because it's not that small, so you were like, I don't want to ruin it.
No, it's not. I've seen what people do when I show them my penis, and it's not really like it's more of like it's nice now though, because girls think that I have no penis at all. So when they do see it, they're like, "Oh my god, it's not that small." It's like, okay, that's not really a compliment. But my penis did end up on camera several times. But what we got to a point where, like, I mean, I was a little
I was waiting for the Boogie Nights moment.
See, that would have, for me, it would have, like, with me instead of, Dirk Diggler in that spot, it just would have been the most awkward 15 seconds in movie history where it's like, oh, God.
It's the Marky Mark, what's his name? Mark Wahlberg movie, and where he's a porn star and he plays, like, he supposedly has this huge, huge penis, and then at the very end they show the penis, and it's like an arm. It's huge.
Yeah, it's ginormous.
It's ridiculous.
It's a prosthetic, too, by the way. Everyone.
Yes.
Penises aren't that big.
Lauren wants to see your penis really, really bad.
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah.
Let's just do it right now. No, I really did. Seriously. No, I did want to. I thought I was going to see it at the end.
We kind of decided.
Was there an edit with it in at one point?
Yeah, there was. And there was, some moments like where it just kind of ended. It was unavoidable that it was going to end up on camera sometimes. But it just became kind of like then objectifying it and making it kind of going against what the film had become about, which was just embracing yourself and not worrying about the judgment, and not having that be out there. And we felt like the moment just kind of might upstage what the actual idea was that we really kind of...
I liked that you didn't show it because my mind created what it looked like, and my mind created the most disgusting, small, weird
tiny
thing
little, like,
ever.
awkward...
And I like the movie better that way. Because if you'd have shown it, I would have been like, oh, that's bigger than mine. And then I wouldn't have related at all to you.
Well, and I think what's cool about it and why people really dig it is that it's not just a movie about, evaluating other people's penises and what's right and what's wrong. It's really about my penis, and it's my journey. So it's unthreatening to most people to kind of sit there and watch it and participate and laugh and things like that. So, and I don't mind, I mean, I've been in LA
because you did see it. You see a couple penises in it. You see like the penis where the guy did the 375 pounds. That was so...
It was like a mangled balloon animal.
That was like a mangled balloon animal. That's exactly what it was. Do you have like some NC-17 rating on it because you have like full frontal a bunch of times?
No, penises are fine.
Yeah, and it's because it's...
Are they now? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah,
we have a
penises
penis
are great.
in our movie.
Every movie should have one.
I forgot. Well, don't tell everybody that.
Oh, spoiler! It's my penis and it's huge.
I don't know if but sometimes there's like a number as to how many you can have. I don't know.
No, I think because it's a documentary too, it's like informational.
Yeah,
it's clinical.
It's not very sexual.
Yeah, there's like birth videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
unflagged.
I don't want to have sex with a balloon animal penis.
No.
It is so upsetting.
That one was actually cool though. Once they take the weights off, like there's like this rush of blood, and it's like this very euphoric
I know you
feeling.
were saying that in the thing.
Yeah.
No, I tried to do it with my key. You know, that like on a keychain, you have the big thing, the big clip on the keychain. Like I was joking around. I'm like, I want to try it. So I just put my keys. I have a lot of keys dangling off my balls, and it was the worst. It was horrible. But
your balls or your dick?
Just my balls. I wasn't gonna go for the dick. I don't think I even had enough. I don't even think I could have done the dick. But then like they got stuck in my pubes, and it was weird, and I was trying to get it out. It was a nightmare.
Yeah. These are the dangers of trying to make.
Wait,
your
what
penis
about your
bigger.
pubes? That's another question. I remember when I was 13. I think I talked about this, and I met Joey Fatone, and I told him this story. When I was 13, I was watching The View, and Joey Fatone was on, and he said he had a small penis, and then they said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I wax it so it makes it look bigger." And then I was 13. I'm like, "Mom,
can I wax my penis?"
So is that something? Do you trim?
Yeah. Manscaping. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it does. And
I'm
there
sure
was
for
other
this
things.
project.
For every 10 pounds you lose, you get a centimeter. And
No, it's an inch.
It's an inch.
And I learned that while I used to work at Jenny Craig,
Mm-hmm.
and I lost a couple hundred pounds. So in the lobby, I'm sitting at Jenny Craig, and all the fat women are sitting around waiting, for their food. And Dr. Phil or something, or Dr. Oz is up there, and he's like, "For every 10 pounds, you gain an inch." And literally, all the fat women's heads turn toward me like, "Oh!" And I'm like, "That's not true, because I would have a 35-inch penis right now, which I'm not."
It's a sliding scale, so at a certain point, it
stops.
Yeah.
Oh my
it
God! Wait, what
stops,
about
so
the
you get a
dude
little
in
bit more.
the dude in New York or something that you
Oh,
had the
yeah.
longest piece ever, and he was walking down the street, and like to be fair, he doesn't have to wear the tightest pants on earth, which he was wearing.
They
like,
were
he was,
very tight.
He was wearing
pants.
like white see-through
He
tight
should wear
pants.
those, what are those pants called? Like the 80s pants? Hammer pants?
Yeah. hammer pants would work.
Oh, Zeke Cavaricci's.
I saw him on another TV show talking about his huge penis. That guy, it's just like, my penis is so big. Like every show he goes on, he tries to act all like super, like, it's so really hard.
That seems kind of hard.
It's rough.
Because I mean, I would
can't
imagine it was not hard in his pants.
No.
And that
wasn't.
was like
It's
halfway
What's
down his.
hard is he's like, everybody wants me to do porn. I'm like, listen, I get it, but also the big, huge penis is attached to like Jared from Subway. Like, I don't want to see Jared from Subway fucking spitting on a vagina and slapping it. Like,
Oh,
like what? You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean-
God has a plan. Like if he gave the biggest penis in the world to like Zac Efron, I'd be pissed. But he gave it to Jared from Subway. Like I'm not that pissed. Like I'm fine. You don't have to comment. I know you guys are like friends on Facebook.
I love him. I love him to death. So, but it's something that was, it has helped like shape his personality though too, which stinks that people, that he's objectified for it. And
Well, why does everybody in the world even know about it? Had
because
to
he's
tell.
been on 10,000
No,
TV shows
that's my
talking
point.
about
He's
it.
put himself out there.
Yeah.
Oh, he loves it. I'm sure he has a fan page for it.
It's a big,
blob.
It's a big penis. I think even
Stop
at a
it.
young age, he was like, "This is a famous penis. This penis has to be seen."
Do you think it was that big when he was 12?
He said
He
it
said
was
like 9 inches or something when he was
like
when
10,
he was like 10
or something.
something like that.
He said that.
Well, and here's the deal too: is like a penis that big can also like hurt you because it's gonna hurt someone you're trying to have sex with. I met a lot of guys when we were on the street who were like, "I've got a huge penis and it sucks because I like short girls and they hate giant penises because they're like murder sticks."
Oh, I like that murder stick.
Murder stick. Yeah, no one's ever called mine that before. I get
Well,
it.
before
Things that people have not called your penis.
Ooh, that's a
Hashtag.
game. Speaking of games,
Oh yeah, you wanted to play a
before
game.
we get to this game, I have a game called Celebrity Penises. Before we get to Celebrity Penises, which is the stupidest game I've ever come up with, that was another 3 a.m. game. I want to talk about you really quick and about. Okay, so you're an actor, you're a comedian. So like, what were you nervous to do a documentary as like your first big thing? Because now you're looked at. I thought, being a stupid American, I was watching it being like, oh, he made this whole thing, and then at the end when it said directed by somebody else, I was like, oh. So I saw it as like, you're the next supersized guy.
Yeah. I didn't, honestly, people ask like how this happened. And if you had asked me 5 years ago what I'd be doing now, this is the last thing that I would say. I would have been like, oh, make a documentary about trying to make my penis bigger. Duh. I did not think, and I still do kind of worry about because it hasn't actually, professionally hasn't really done me a whole lot of favors.
Really?
Has it hurt,
yeah.
has it harmed you at all?
A little.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I did a lot of commercials and stuff for a long time, and now I'm Googleable, very Googleable, and there's a lot of weird things that come up, so I think people kind of get a little bit, they're afraid to tie their products to my penis. But,
Mountain Dew, because it makes you have a small penis. So
oh, does it?
you didn't know
Oh,
that?
that's right. I do
I
remember
always
that.
thought that's why my...
See, I used to ignore things like that, and now I've got a small penis, and so now maybe. But I didn't really care. At a certain point, we'd put so much work into it, and I realized that that we'd kind of made something special, and that there was more value to it than just like what I would want for myself, professionally. And if it was gonna, backfire somehow in some way, then the industry stinks.
It'll blow over. I think,
I'm fine.
Whatever.
And
yeah.
I'm very proud of it, and I'm still pushing on other things. And I've always like done a lot of writing and producing and a lot of my own stuff. So I've got like doing a web series that we'll probably be up in about a month or so, like that.
Oh, cool. What's that about?
I made up a word every day for like over a year. So the words were anything from like creeplement, which is like when a compliment becomes creepy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, or like bro job, like a job you can only ask a really good friend, like guy friend to do for you, like shave your back or something like that. So each word is kind of the theme for the episode. They're 1 minute to 3 minutes long.
Oh, cool. Where's that
That's
going to go?
fun.
It's gonna go on YouTube.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a channel for it yet?
It's word of the week.
Word of the week.
Hashtag word of the week.
I love it.
Go,
So I
go
play myself.
subscribe.
I have some other friends, some YouTube friends who are all
Cool.
participating in it. Wrote them all characters and stuff.
Nice.
You guys should come on sometime. It's gonna be
Yes.
a
I
great
mean,
time.
Creep-
Creeplement.
love it.
It's perfect for her. What's a word for huge vagina?
Huge vagina. Huge.
Lady-
Ponder that.
Yeah, Lady Cave.
Ponder.
Lady cave.
Murder Stick and Lady Cave. Could that
Murder
be our-
Stick
could
and
that
Lady
be our-
Cave. Superheroes.
our little superhero name? Okay, so
Oh.
yes, Celebrity Penis Game. P.S. guys, go get the movie Unhung Hero. Go subscribe to Word of the Week.
Yep.
Or is it hashtag Word of the
The
Week?
hashtag word of the week. There's not a whole lot up there yet, but we begin production in like 2 weeks, and
Cool.
then
Go
Mhm.
a couple
Yeah.
weeks after that it'll be up there.
So we're gonna play Celebrity Penis Game. So what this is I'm going to give you at each round. I'm going to give you 2 celebrities, and you have to guess which one has the big penis and which one has the small
But
penis.
how do you know?
I'll give you fucking proof.
Okay.
You want proof? I'll give you proof.
Okay.
I wrote down proof.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think all celebrities take dick pics now. So
Okay.
there's
Now,
there's
before
proof
you
out
guys
there.
get, it's so true. Before you guys get all mad and say like, "Oh, this is mean," you guys are just like being mean to this. No, what we're trying to prove to you right now is that even celebrities have small penises. Guys.
Even-
We're all the same.
We're
true.
all, except for me, because I have a huge lady cave.
Pretty huge. Okay, ready? First round.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton Kutcher
Uh-huh.
and Daniel Craig. Go.
It's such a
Ooh.
random.
I just called him Danielle Craig. That was an accident.
Daniel Craig.
So which one has the bigger
Which
penis?
one is big?
I gotta go with Daniel Craig. It's James Bond.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher has a bigger penis.
All right, and the winner is Patrick. It is Daniel.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying Danielle?
Daniel.
It's Daniel Craig. Yes, Dame Judi Dench said it was an absolute monster
Wow.
in an interview. And,
Oh,
also,
she's
How did
such a
she
lady.
see it?
and also, Brittany Murphy, before she died, told Letterman that Ashton Kutcher had a small penis, and she's glad.
Oh, I
she
do
left.
remember that. I forgot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, Licensed to Thrill.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Licensed to
Giant monster
kill
penis.
with that murder stick.
With his
Mur-
murder stick.
All right,
Murder
round
stick.
2 is pretty easy.
Okay.
Eminem
Uh-huh.
or Brandon Routh.
Oh, Superman.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm bad at this now,
Mm.
apparently.
I feel like I want to go. I
feel
want to
like-
say it's Eminem that has the smaller one.
I feel like it's Eminem.
but
that's
I
the
don't want to
smaller
get in
one.
some sort of
Oh,
you know,
God.
Right.
beef.
Some kind of
Some sort of beef. So I'm
I'm
saying
willing-
Eminem has a big old one.
I'm
Big old
willing
murder
just to risk it. I think Eminem has a smaller penis.
And Lauren is right. Eminem's penis is
Yeah.
tiny. His ex-girlfriend said it was embarrassing, and Brandon Routh had to have his junk digitally shrunk in the Superman movie because it was too distracting. It
That
was like-
is that should be illegal. You can't
Shrunk.
digitally shrink a penis.
Digitally
Look at what
shrunk.
he's a gifted man. Just let it be.
yeah. And there was a picture of him in another movie in a Speedo, and it was disgusting.
I wonder. There's a celebrity that recently there was some talk about his large penis, and I wonder if he's on one of your lists. But
Probably. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let's
Could
keep
you
going.
digitally increase a penis?
Maybe,
I'm
probably.
thinking about making another cut where they do show my penis.
Ooh.
digitally
They can
increased.
digitally do
twist
anything.
twist ending.
Yeah, that's right. I'll have like a handlebar mustache.
Cameron Diaz is not human, and they make her look human in all those movies. Right?
Science,
She's
technology, man.
interesting.
Bring someone back to life.
There's like a goblinness. Okay, next round. Nick Cannon or Colin Farrell?
Nick Cannon has a bigger dick, definitely.
That's racist.
I feel like doesn't Nick Cannon have a dick pic out there somewhere?
I don't know.
I know all about.
I
dick
bet.
pics.
I think that he has a
Um,
bigger dick.
Who are the choices?
Nick
again?
Cannon and Colin Farrell.
I'm gonna go with Colin Farrell.
For smaller,
Bigger.
bigger.
He's a great actor.
We're just
so.
not on the same page.
And Lauren is wrong.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Nick Cannon has come out and said that his penis is very, very below average and embarrassing to be black.
Really?
I don't know if that's related to the penis or just he has some problems.
Really?
And
There you
Colin
go.
Farrell has a sex tape out, and
I've
his penis
seen-
is pretty big.
I've
He has a sex tape out?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Why'd I sound so excited?
I don't know. You'll watch
Really?
it. I looked it up. It came out when I was like 17. And I remember it was back
Yeah.
when he was famous. And I looked it up. And the best
It's
part
been a
was
while.
the girl that was blowing him kept getting pubes in her mouth and kept like stopping mid blowjob to go, oh, God, and like pulling them out. And then he's like, baby, I can't do the accent. Like, baby, just stop fucking getting so deep and you won't get the hair in your mouth. She's like, there's hair everywhere, Colin. It was so fucking gross.
Oh, I
But
like
so
that he got
relatable.
mad. He got
was
mad.
he's like, stop giving me head. I don't want it anymore. And she's
Yeah.
like, no, I want you to finish in my mouth. It was really disturbing. There was a lot of accents going on there.
Yeah, that's-
Okay, we have 3 more rounds, and they get better and better. Nick Lachey or Jared Leto?
Nick Lachey has a small penis.
Yeah, I kind of got to go with that too.
Yeah.
Even though the last time I saw Jared Leto, he was a transvestite.
It's true.
Which makes sense.
It's true.
Transvestites have huge.
That's
penises.
what I've heard.
Huge.
I
I've
know.
heard this before.
Okay,
God,
Nick
that's a
Lachey,
sense of
small
humor.
penis. And
And you guys are both right.
Bam.
Jessica Simpson, in an interview with Jay Leno, said Nick's small package is a problem sometimes. The first time we had sex, to tell you the truth, I didn't even feel it. I faked the whole thing. I really felt bad for him though, and I still love him to death.
Oh man.
so that was when they were married. She
No.
said that.
That was right
Post.
after they got divorced. She still loves him to death.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Despite his tiny package.
This one's super easy. Enrique Iglesias or Ben Affleck?
Well, I have to think Ben Affleck has a big penis.
Enrique
Big
has
penis?
a smaller penis. He said this somewhere.
Yeah, you guys are both right. Enrique said in an interview, what's his accent? Okay. Sorry, I had to get into it. I can never find extra small condoms, and I know it's really embarrassing for people, you know, from experience. Hopefully people won't be ashamed when I step forward and talk about my disability.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He called it a disability.
Disability.
Are you offended?
No, not really. I mean, who thought Enrique Iglesias had a big penis? Why was he being so presumptuous? Like, oh, when people see me, they see big penis. No, they don't.
True.
They
No,
don't
I never
think that.
saw that.
I'm
No one
surprised
thinks
you did not. Are you done?
Final round.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Shia LaBeouf or Danielle. I can't say Daniel. It's not a name. Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh,
Daniel Radcliffe has a big one.
I think he has a big one. I
Like
saw
a
that
big
gay movie he
magic
was
wand.
in. Yeah, he was in. It was
Harry Potter. He knows magic. He was
No,
probably
no,
just
no.
like bigger. And it
So
just-
true.
Oh
There
God, I
it
can't
is.
think of the name. It's a really good movie. Yeah, I think that Daniel Radcliffe has a bigger.
That is a trick question. They both have small penises.
They do. Oh.
Shia LaBeouf came out and said it was embarrassingly small, but he's cool with it. And Daniel Radcliffe said that it looks like a small dead hamster.
That's
And I quote.
I'm glad that these people are coming out and saying these things. We've started a trend. It's going to be
You
cool to be
started it.
small,
The one
man.
that you did not mention is John Hamm, who's recently been.
Because it's too obvious.
He has a huge penis.
Yeah.
But that's like well known. Everybody knows that.
Sometimes I Google that.
Sometimes I Google
I
it.
saw the head of it. It was real weird.
Well, it's always like imprinted. If there's like a gust of wind, and he's wearing pants, like you just see it.
No, you can't even like see my head. Mine just looks like a tube sock. Well, a baby tube sock filled with jelly. Okay.
Anyway.
Now it's time for my favorite part of the show, where we read your guys' comments. Really quick, I just want to give some shout outs to soundcloud.com/Shane and Friends. You guys can leave comments there on the podcast episode. So go there, leave some comments, and I might give you a shout out. These are some names. Riley Hunt. Wait, while I'm doing this, give me like a beat or something. Like da 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 da. Big shout out to Riley Hunt, Payson Lynch, Bob Jones, Brandon Sukhasem, and Destiny Smith. And done. If you want to be a part of our song and shout out, go to the podcast episode and leave a comment. This is another comment from the podcast episode, and it's from Nat Nations, and it says, I would describe Lauren as a cross between a giraffe and Anne Frank.
Oh, it'd be really
I
hard
actually
to
think
hide
that's
that.
I think that's a really.
Hide the giraffe.
I think that's a really good description.
I see it. Okay. This next comment is from sdarmy.com, and it is from Oh Hey Emily. It says, "Oh no, another Lauren drama has been found on Wikipedia."
Oh, I think I saw this one. I'm very famous, Patrick.
This is thrilling.
This one's pretty tame. On April 17th, 2014, Lauren Schnipper was deported back to Canada. Didn't know you were Canadian.
Neither
She
did
was
I.
arrested the other day for public intoxication
Of
and
course.
resisting arrest.
Oh, that day.
The video of Lauren's arrest has been sold to DMZ for no money. Shane Dawson has stated that Lauren Schnipper will not be missed and that he has already found a replacement. Take that
That's
in.
the rudest part about that is that TMZ paid no money for that video. How dare they?
No money.
No money.
I mean, I was on there today. They pay money for like Nene Leakes' video.
Yeah.
She's huge.
She is huge.
Nene.
Respect.
Don't get, no. There you guys go. Those are our comments. If you want me to read your comment, go to sdarmy.com and go to the podcast section, leave one, or go to Shane and Friends on SoundCloud on this episode, leave a comment. Something nice.
Something nice.
Let's read some nice ones next time. That's
I
a
don't
lie.
think
People
they
are always
exist.
so pleasant on the internet.
Aren't they?
Yes.
What is your? Do you have a Twitter that people should find you at?
Yes, at Patrick Moote.
With an E at the end.
Moot. The E is silent, but it is there.
Yes.
It's not invisible.
No.
And word of the week.
Word of the week. Yeah, I have a podcast with my brother too called the Moot Points Podcast.
Oh.
Clever little wordplay in there. You see what we did?
Oh, I
Yeah.
do.
Check it out, guys. Go
He's a comedian too. He's very funny.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Brian Moot.
Oh, right. The Moose.
He's very tall.
Ooh.
So you can, well, he's your brother, so is his penis? Have you talked to him?
He's said a couple times, he's like, he's a bigger person than me, so his penis, I've always assumed,
So
is
the
bigger.
answer is
He's
yes.
like, yeah, it's not really a problem, bro.
Oh,
Thanks, Brian.
interesting.
You're awesome.
Go see Unhung Hero.
Yes, go get
Yes,
it.
please check
Go
it
get it
out.
on Apple TV. Guys, listen, I don't ever talk about stuff that I don't like. Oh, I do talk about things I don't like, but I say it's terrible. I'm
Right.
telling you, I love this movie. It was awesome. Go check it out. I watched it at 3 a.m. and then Lisa woke up and was like, "Why did you watch a movie about penises?" And it was a whole thing. So
that
go check it out. And hope you guys have fun hanging with us. We had fun hanging with you, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.